Good evening, everyone. We will be starting our meeting momentarily. We'll just take a few minutes so that some others also can join us. So just to clarify, this link is only for teachers. If there is any student online, they need to use the YouTube live link, which has been shared with your respective teachers. Today is a very exciting webinar, which I'm looking forward to. So good evening once again. My name is Neena Jain, and I'm the Secretary General of United Schools Organization of India. Fabulous to see all the teachers who have signed in and are with us today. I hope you all have your cup of tea in front of you. Mine's right here as well. As we listen to this today is a very exciting webinar, which I'm looking forward to. So good evening once again. My name is Neena Jain, and I'm the Secretary General of United Schools Organization of India. Fabulous to see all the teachers who have signed in your school who have missed or were unable to participate. This is being live streamed on our YouTube channel, and once the webinar has wound up, it will also be shared as a link with all of you so the students can view them again. For the duration of the webinar, just to inform you all that all your mics, videos, and chat is disabled. It eats up a lot of bandwidth, so we are just going to step right into the webinar. However, during the question and answer session, the chat box will be enabled, so the teachers can ask the questions right here on the Microsoft Teams meeting. The students who are watching us through the live link can send the questions to the teachers who may ask it on the chat here. If there are questions that come after as well, please feel free to email that to us and we will get the responses for all the students. So just to inform you a little about the partnership, our partnership, and how all of this webinar series began. So to let you know a little bit about USO, which is United Schools Organization of India, we were established in 1951, and we are the pioneers of conducting extracurricular activities for schools nationally. It is our mandate to advance the social, cultural, and moral standard of schools in India to global levels, and we provide schools access to several extracurricular tests, seminars, conferences, competitions, campaigns, programs, more recently webinars, so that all the students can take advantage of various opportunities out there. For this webinar series, we are partnering with CSIR-NIScPR. So CSIR is the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and it was established by the Government of India in September 1942. It is the largest research and development organization in India, which is really fascinating. NIScPR, which is the National Institute of Science, Communication and Policy Research, it was formerly known as NIScPR, is located in New Delhi, and it is an information science institute in India. It was founded in 2002, and coincidentally, NIScPR, CSIR, NIScPR, and USO, we are neighbors. I mean, even in terms of our offices and where they are located. Mr. Singh, if you're online, can I request you to tell us a little bit about Jigyasa?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Mr. Singh is the head of the outreach program from Jigyasa. So, Mr. Singh, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Chen. And as Ms. Chen has already informed that we are neighbors, yes, the CSIR-NIScPR is having one of the location nearby JNU, and as well the USO is also nearby JNU. We are just our boundary wall is facing to USO. So that physical, the closeness has culminated into organizing a webinar series, jointly a webinar series. We are having a very good, scientists, full group of the scientists who are working deeply into number of the industrial research, and the USO is also having quite a lot of the audience in the form of the students. So it was the NIScPR. NIScPR has been a medium to communicate the CSI technologies, to make aware the students the CSI technologies which are there to them, and to aware of them, to make them aware that what are the different technologies which has been prevailing and has been developed by CSIR. So in this the efforts, joint venture between a collaborative effort between the CSIR-NIScPR and the USO has taken place, where we formulated a webinar series which is taking place every the Friday of the last month, and wherein the eminent scientists from the CSIR, they are being invited to disseminate their information, their research work to the students, so that there is a concept of development of scientific temper among them, so that they are more motivated towards the adopting the science stream. And this all program is coming under the Jigyasa. This is the CSIR-NIScPR's Jigyasa program. So all the CSIR labs, around 38 labs of the CSIR, each lab has their own mandate of taken into account how the Jigyasa, through Jigyasa, the students can be benefited. In the similar fashion, since the CSIR-NIScPR is a science institute and a policy research institute, hence the basic media is to communicate the science. So very appropriate for the CSIR-NISpR to disseminate the science. And since the USO is having the student base, so together we are performing like a medium between the scientists and the students. So this DGIASA is one of the government's initiative which has been taken up by the CSIR, and they are basically for the. It was initially DGIASA was initially for the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan schools and for the Sarvodaya or for the Navodaya Vidyalayas. But again, this has more outreach to the state government students also. And what CSIR-NISpR has uniquely done is that they have moved ahead, not only focusing towards the students, normal students, but to the specially abled students also. So this is a unique USP of the CSIR-NISpR to include the specially abled students also, and inculcating the scientific temper among them. So I'm very thankful to Dr. Siksha that she has invited our, so she has accepted our invite and has been agreed and has so quickly agreed to our invitation to deliver her research work towards the to the students. So I'm so thankful to you, Siksha, and as well to the students, your students, for the benefit of the students. What Dr. Siksha is going to deliver today has been very much endorsed by the minister, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, who is the highway minister, and as well this particular technology has been very well endorsed by the and has been handed over to the nation. In the presence of the Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, then the Dr. V.K. Singh, who is the State Minister for the Highways, and as well to the Cabinet Minister. So before the presence of the three ministers, this technology has been handed over to the nation. So I hope that students will also benefit from it. And one thing, like the CSIR-NISpR, as Ms. Jan has already mentioned, CSIR-NISpR was earlier known as the CSIR-NIScPR, and they're the two or three magazines we can say that which gives a uniqueness to the CSIR-NIScPR, the erstwhile CSIR-NIScPR, which is the Science Reporter, Vigyan Pragati, and Science Ki Dunya. These are the three science magazines which are very popular, or we call it as the popular science magazines, which gives an importance to the erstwhile CSIR-NIScPR, and now it's the CSIR-NISpR by the merger of the two CSIR labs. One is the NIScPR and the other is the NISTADS, who are in the field of policy development. So I'll not take much time and would just hand over to Ms. Chan to please formally invite Dr. Siksha for the lecture for which the students are waiting for. Thank you, Ms. Chan, and thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. So without further ado, we have our webinar, and this week's webinar or today's webinar is about Patchfill, which is pothole-free roads, how it developed from concept to reality. I think we're all very aware of, and we must have come across these roads with potholes very frequently. So I think we have finally found a solution for it. So just to let everybody know who's on the webinar that we are going to have a talk by our award-winning scientist today. We will have a demonstrative video that we will view so that you can actually see how our own, which when I say our, we didn't really have a role in it, but what I meant in the global sense of how the indigenous concept was actually transformed, and we'll watch a demonstrative video, and then we will have a Q&A round. So the main purpose of having this is to ignite the interest of science among students. So our speaker today is Dr. Siksha Swaroopa, who is the principal scientist at the Flexible Pavement Division. I'll just take 2 minutes to introduce her very, very impressive resume, and I think it should be an inspiration for all the students who are also watching us today. Dr. Kar, in fact, or Dr. Siksha, if I may affectionately call you, she has a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering and a master's in resource engineering. She has extensive and comprehensive understanding and knowledge in construction materials and life science assessment. She is presently working with CSIR-CRRI. CRRI is the Central Road Research Institute, and she's been with them for the last 9 years. She has worked across disciplines in various teams and has led and successfully completed projects that collaborate with other CSIR laboratories. She has extensive experience in project planning, execution, and implementation, along with the technical knowledge in sustainable transportation. Now, the key thing, which I thought was extremely interesting, is that Dr. Siksha has indulged into research of finding solutions for major challenges in terms of sustainable road infrastructure development. The key word which I got from this was the sustainable. Dr. Siksha is focused on cold bituminous mix technology and reclamation of old distressed road pavements by recycling. She has completed her PhD in the topic of cold recycling with foam bitumen. So, in essence, this is where, after years of research and years of liaising with various teams, Dr. Siksha has now developed indigenously the Pothole Repair Machine and mobile cold mixer cum paver for construction and maintenance of highways using green technology. So when I said award-winning scientist, I really meant it, because Dr. Siksha has the CSIR Technology Award. She won that in 2017 for development of sustainable cold mix technology for construction and maintenance of roads. And CIDC Vishwakarma Award 2022 for excellent contribution in the construction industry. She's also received fellowship by Earthwatch Institute collaboration with Green Highways, NHAI, on Beat the Plastic Pollution through Innovative Ideas. So there's definitely a huge source of inspiration for all of us. And without further ado, Dr. Siksha, can I invite you, please?
Thank you, Miss Neena, for the wonderful invitation and my description. And also, Singh sir, I'm really grateful that you give me an opportunity to speak before the students. And I'm thankful to NISPR. And I know Farad ma'am is there. So Farad ma'am and Suman ma'am, I'm thankful to you also. So giving me an opportunity to speak in this forum. So should I start my share my screen or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can share your screen.
Are my slides visible in
Yes.
screen?
Yes.
Okay. And today's topic is Patchfill. This is the name we have given the indigenously developed pothole repair machine as a Patchfill, the pothole-free roads from concept to reality. So, very first, I just want to share that what is the difference between the invention and innovation. So invention is something, some idea, new concept or new idea. Whenever you are going to get some new idea or concept, that is known as the invention. And then what is innovation? Then the idea, whatever you have got new idea, to make it a commercialized product is known as the innovation. And creativity, what is the creativity? Because we are saying that he's creative, he's very much creative, and creativity is more in his mind, that we are saying. So what is creativity? If somebody is having a having the method how to have some new idea, and that turning that new idea to reality is known as the creativity. Creativity is nothing that we need to have the new idea and make it to the reality. So from if we are having only the new ideas and concept, then we are not going to get anything out of that, but we have to make it the final commercial product. So in research, it is very much essential to have the invention and also the innovation, so that final whatever we are doing in research, because in research it's not that easy. We are spending lots of money, time and effort, everything we are spending on that. So finally we need to have some product. So it is very much essential, but I'm not but there is a caution that every invention is not going to give you a product, because there are many hit and trial and you have to failures are there. But finally if you are into those way, then finally you can reach to some point where we can do the innovation. So recently when minister visited to CRRI, so same Dr. VK Singh said that whatever we are doing in research in India, so there should be like we should go for something new or new material or new like final product out of that research. It should be the idea of every scientist, every person. And if we talk about invention, the new idea, new concept, then we are not needing to be a scientist. The term scientist, if we are talking about scientist, when I am going somewhere and I am saying I'm a scientist over there, then people are like, oh, you are a scientist. It's kind of something new. They heard some like we are something we are doing some new, like if I'm scientist, then everybody is thinking about we are doing some science like rocket science, or we are sending some rocket to Mars or Mars or moon. So I tell no, I'm a road I'm working in road construction, so that we are working in road construction. So people are like, road construction, what is, everything is going in road as and one thing, that roads are not working fine. So that is one. So there are in every aspect, in every subject you can have the invention you can do, and research is there. So for a research, when I am talking about research to innovation, if we are working to reach invention to innovation, we have to do the research. So in that case, it's not a easy cake way. It's not a cake way. We have to go through many hurdles, like failures are there, and also the pullbacks are there, and finally we have to reach. We have to do the circle and finally reach to some point. So this is the first slide all about the research, innovation and invention. So I feel student must have got some idea about the scientist research, what all we call it. Then finally coming to the topic, the potholes. So these are some photographs. I have got it from the Google. So these are photographs of India, because these photographs you can't find in other country. These are only of Indian photographs. The potholes are in India many types of, like recently I have read a news that truck was drawn into the pothole. That big pothole was there in India. So first, why the potholes are forming. So here the first picture is shows the pavement. So in pavement, the top layer is generally the bituminous layer. You can see the black color layer. So that is, we call it as bituminous layer, where we are putting the bitumen is coal tar. It's a coal tar viscoelastic material, which is having a viscosity and also elasticity in its property. So there is a top layer of 100 to 150 top layer is there, which is having the coal tar. Then we are having the aggregate, the stone layer, where that stone layer, then finally the soil layer. So this is the pavement layer in layman language, but we can only see the top layer, where we are seeing the potholes. Black top layer we are able to see, and below there are subbase and soil layers are there. And when rain or water system is there, like when monsoon is there, after rainy season, after a heavy rain or drainage damage or rain, then water is percolating into the pavement. So it is percolating into the pavement, you can see in this diagram. So next, what happened to that water when it is percolating? So generally the below layer, the temperature is very down at night time, and temperature, the water freezes at sometimes, or water freezes. Then there is a freezes sometime, and it will you all people must be knowing that after freezing of water or after cooling down of the water, the volume expands, water volume expands. So you can see this picture, the volume expanding, and there is a the picture depicts a higher to understand higher value, but there is a little upper there is a deflection in the pavement. Then after the freezing, when the daytime, when the temperature is higher, then water again cools, again liquidifies and go down, and the cavity is forming. You see, this is the cavity. Then after that, when over the cavity one truck or some traffic passes by, then we are going to get the potholes. The potholes are because of this cavity we are getting the potholes. This is the reason behind the pothole formation. General way, there are many technical ways like why the potholes are there. If the traffic condition is different, like there is a raveling is there. So these are all technical terms, I'm not going through it. This is the general condition why potholes are forming. Then coming to the potholes, we all know that this is the pain area of Indian road network. So India, I don't know whether you people are knowing that India is the second largest road network. The value is here 5.9 million kilometer, but right now it is 6.3 million kilometers road network is having India, second largest. And we are losing about 3% of our GDP in India because of road accidents. Because we have this is a report published in TOI. So is the pothole issue. We all know, and due to potholes there are delay in traffic. Traffic is high, so delay, and also our vehicular emission is higher because of pothole. We are not going in a smooth speed, and there is a speed breaker because of portal. We have to break the speed break, we have to do the velocity is not into a uniform, so we are also getting lots of losses in vehicle, and that is also there. So these are the some reasons, a pain area why we call why potholes are issue. Then we all know these are the issue with the potholes. Then why we are not going for the solution? Because in every alternative day, whenever the rainy season come, you must have gone through newspaper that Mumbai mein 5,000 crores there are spent. They have spent some 5,000 crores on repair of pothole. There are news on that Bangalore has this. There is a truck which is drowning into the pothole. There are accidents and people have complained. This news we are reading, but why in India we are not having the solution? Why we are not? Whether we are trying or we are not trying. So that we are trying to repair the pothole, but whatever we are doing the repairing of the pothole, that is not the proper solution. So generally in repair of pothole, what we do in general practice people are doing, you must have seen in the roadside. So when there is a pothole, first we need to clean the pothole. So manually they are cleaning the pothole, because if there is some dirt material, dust or some organic particle, then the material which we are going to feel and construct the road, that is not going to give you the durable result. So we need to clean. So manually people are cleaning. Then we have to mix the material which we want to fill into the pothole. That is, I have already told that coal tar, which is coal tar. We have to mix it, coal tar with the aggregate, the stone. Then we get the road construction material. Then we fill that. Then after that compaction is required. So this is the current practice where we are using lots of manpower in high pressure. We are putting up the binder and also aggregate stone into the pavement to repair the pothole. But that technology is not sustainable. It's not durable in condition of Indian road condition. We are not going to, because as per if we talk about road congestion, that in the pothole. If a small pothole is there which depth is below 10 mm, then that is okay. We can go ahead. But in India, we are having a pothole having a depth of 100 to 200 mm. So in that case, these technologies are not suitable in India. These are the major reasons. Like first is cost is high, and maintenance and operational cost also high. Along with this, the technologies whatever they are using, that is not as per the Indian condition, traffic and road condition. Then coming to the present invention. What is the present invention? That is a simple first we got an idea in CRRI that we need to do the indigenously, we have to develop something, design something. Then what is the procedure involved for repair of pothole? First that come into mind, yeah, come into the mind. What are the procedure steps are there to repair a pothole? I'll say there is a 4 steps. Like first we have to clean the pothole, because I'll just go through this slide. If there is a portal, if there is some material is inside, then we need to clean that, because the base material, whatever that is, on that only we can feel the our inorganic, or any polythene or any dirt is there, then that will give you the proper result. So we need to clean. First step is that one. Then second step is, like after cleaning, we need to have a liquid, spraying of liquid, coal tar or emulsion. You have to spray over the portal so that the new material having a proper bonding between the old base material. So second is that tack coating. Then we need to have the material. We can get it because maximum technologies we have seen, the abroad machine where they are getting the material from the plant which is away from 150 200 kilometer away, and they are taking the plant mix and they are putting it. Otherwise there are many other storage mixers available today. Nowadays people are having the storage mix in bags, so they are just opening that one and filling the material. So those options were there, but those options were not feasible because it's very costly affair. If you want to store something for 6 months, whenever you I talk about some food. If I'm preparing a let's example a paneer, if I'm preparing something at home raw with the fresh material, then it won't cost much. But if I'm preserving something, if I'm buying something canned product, then cost is more. Similarly, if we are going to get material, mixing the preparing the material at on site itself, then cost is less. If you are getting it from outside, then cost will be more. So the idea is that we have to prepare the material also, then that needs to be filled into the portal, then finally compact. We need to compact because that is very much essential. We need to compact is nothing that we are filling the portal and giving some pressure over the portal so that it will be on it will achieve its own density and own performance property as per the old pavement. So these are 4 steps, 5 steps rather, because one more step is there to prepare the mix. So after that we develop one designed and fabricated one laboratory pothole repair machine, and we named it as a Patchfill. So you can see there are 2 tanks, like one emulsion, like coal tar method, whatever that is. Then if we are using a coal tar, then in case of that coal tar, it becomes liquid and it will coat over the stone. So this is the method. It's generally known as hot mix technology. So in case of that coal tar, we are emitting lots of emission. So in case of that coal tar, we are using emulsion in this technology, which is a well proven technology. The emulsion is having both homogeneous non both bitumen and water into there. So in that case, this is emulsion. We all know that what is emulsion. Like milk is emulsion, and whatever shampoo we are using liquid when we are mixing together, that we call as emulsion. So emulsion, bitumen emulsion we are preparing, and that is well proven technology. So that we are taking in this case, where we don't need to heat the coal tar or stone because that is already in liquid state at room temperature. So that we need to mix with the stone. So these are the stone aggregate bins where we have to fill the stones, and these are the emulsion and water aggregate bin. And this is a small mixer where we are putting the aggregate and emulsion required quantity through PLC controller. Weighing balance is there. We are having a small sensor to weigh the material. The required material is weighed, and flow meter is there. From there we are controlling the flow of the emulsion. Because if in general I am talking, if I am going into the technical, then the mix preparation has its own combination, like a different heat and trial. We have prepared the mix, having giving the optimum condition, giving the highest possible durable pavement repair system. So there, whatever the required, we call it as a mix design. We need to design it, like how much emulsion we are needing, how much aggregate is needed, and how much water is needed. So as per that recipe, we are fixing into the PLC controller through weighing balance and weighing sensor and flow meter, the way amount of material is going into the mixer. Then there we need to mix it for 2 minutes, then we are going to get the material. In that case, for this is the material preparation I am talking about in this machine. So I have already told we need to clean and tack coat the machine. So there is a compressor is there. We have kept one compressor. Through compressor, we are there is a spraying unit where we are cleaning the porthole through jet of air, and also spraying unit is there for tack coating. Like this is the material, emulsion or coal tar. We are putting it before over the porthole before filling the new material, because this will give you the proper addition, proper bonding between the old pavement to the new material. So this there is a compressor and this unit, mixing unit. Then from there we are cleaning the porthole, jet of air. So we are completing this three method together. And one compactor is there. I have not shown in this picture, but in this picture there is a compactor is there, which one person has to take it manually and do the compaction. And in this method, whatever in laboratory we have developed, so we thought this machine can be towed over some truck or some tractor, or anywhere possible tractor, truck, this can be towed, and then this can go, and we can repair the pavement. And one labor is required. Two labors are generally required to compact and do all the procedure. So in conventional process where we are needing 6 to 8 labors, we are reducing it to 1 to 2 labor. Within that we can do the, and we need a generator. So when the over which vehicle we are mounting, over there we'll put one generator, and from there we can operate this machine. It can be worked. This was our idea initially when we have developed this machine. We are thinking of like getting the idea, and finally we have fabricated something. Then on this we wanted to transfer the technology. So this is the total journey of development. So I'll show, this is the idea raw diagram we have prepared, then laboratory model we have prepared, and also then on this we have seen the road. We have gone for lab validation first, whether the material whatever we are getting having the proper having all the parameter which should be as per the Indian code, as per the abroad specification, whether that is parameter is fulfilling. We have checked in laboratory. Then we have gone for the actual field condition, prepare filling up 5, 6, 10 potholes to see the performance, how that is performing for 1 year, 2 year. So we have seen all this thing, and it took around 2 years time to from design, from coming up idea to final field validation. Then what next is to, we have to go for, after field validation we need to go for a technology transfer, where the marketing will happen, because in CSIR we are the scientists, we are not the marketing agent. So we need to do the technology transfer, who can produce and market it. Then we have gone for the technology transfer 2015, and that time we found, after the technology transfer we found the whatever we have produced, that is not having that much market potential, whatever in our idea. Because if we see, if we talk to some engineer like PWD or somewhere engineer people, they are like, we need a machine, we need a machine, we need right now, it is very much, it has a very much market potential. But when we reach into the ground level, like market level, then we have seen there is no it has some lacuna to be marketed. What is the lacuna in it? Like, it is not a vehicle mounted machine, and to mount over the vehicle, different kind of vehicle, people are not uh, not like, it is not that friendly, user friendly to mount it. They are like, we got to know that they are needing a machine which should be on vehicle in total one stop machine. Here what happened in this case? In this case, we have a model which they need to mount over the vehicle to use the machine, so they are not that comfortable. So we can call it is not a user friendly solution. So we need to again redo the all engineering, and took around 3 years time to convert this machine to the vehicle, actual vehicle mounted product. So in this, what happened, this is the vehicle, this is a vehicle of Tata vehicle where we are mounted this design, just design has changed. These are two bins, aggregate bins, and also inside this there is the compressor is there, pug mill, because while working with actual field condition, we have seen that this patch mixer, there are some issues, like we are whatever material is there, so after that time cleaning is a problem, because inside the jam, there is a jam, clogging of the material is there. So we have gone for a pug mixer in this, and finally the material is coming. Here also we are getting the material from this, here also we are getting material from outside. So compressor is there, we are cleaning the material and we are tack coating and mixing, and finally, and in this case we don't need a generator, because the requirement of power is equivalent to the vehicle requirement. To operate the vehicle, to start the engine, there is a DC motor, and also there is the uh, vehicle power is there. So on that power itself, the machine is running. When vehicle is running, machine won't run. When if we want to repair the potholes, then machine, vehicle should stand static. So at that time we can repair the pothole, and this is a complete one stop solution where we can say that it can clean, tack coat, it can prepare the mix, and it can fill the pothole and compact. So this is the small video of 2 minutes. I'll just run this video right now. This is a video, so you just go through this video, and after that I'll continue my presentation. So I think this is the procedure where we are cleaning the material.
Siksha? So maybe I'll kickstart the question round. Dr. Siksha, will this technology, we from the examples that you have shown for the size of the potholes, if the potholes were larger or if they were deeper,
Yes.
can the same technology also be applied for those deeper and larger potholes?
Yeah, this machine can do. But what will happen with this machine, like if we are in one batch, if we can fill 20 potholes, if pothole size are very deeper and very large, then the number of size potholes will be reduced, like filling up number of potholes to be filled will be reduced, but we can do with this machine.
And as a follow-up question, what
Yes.
will be the frequency or the probability rather of a pothole appearing at the same spot? Once
Okay.
a pothole has been.
Yes,
Yes.
that is it's a very interesting questions. It is there in everybody's mind, in technicality also there. So it depends on the material and how the quality is achieved. When we are filling up the portal, the quality of repair is very much essential to get a final output. If the quality is not that, like I have told you that we need to put emulsion, we need to mix it in the aggregate, and water we need to put, there is a mixed recipe, we call it as a mixed recipe. So the mixed recipe what we are preparing, that depends on the life of the potholes. And also apart from that, the cleaning and tack coating, everything has its own importance to durable, to make the potholes repair durable. So it depends on the quality. So if we are doing in manual process, then the quality is, we are not control, the quality control is not there. But in machine mechanized process, there is a quality control. So we hope that the pothole will sustain for 1 or 2 monsoon, so it won't come.
Fabulous.
Yes.
So we have a question from Rajiv sir, from Sacred Heart School, Moga. Is this technology applicable for PVC roads?
PVC means you are talking about concrete roads or PVC? I'm not getting that one. PVC road. Can you please write in the chat box what do you mean by PVC road?
Rajiv sir, could you kindly? We'll move on to
Next
another
question is it technology applicable for non-bituminous road? No. If bituminous road is there, then we are going to get this. If we are not having a bituminous road, then the technology is not sustainable or is not applicable, because on coal tar only you can fill the material with the coal tar. So this we are going with the bituminous. And if you see the structure, then 98% road are of bituminous pavement, only 2% are of concrete pavement. So maximum roads are of bituminous pavement only.
I think Rajiv sir has.
Some roads are made using polymers with concrete. So right now it is not applicable for the concrete road, but inside CRRI and somewhere in Delhi we have filled the pothole in concrete also, and that sustained. But technically it is not correct to fill this material in the concrete road. So no, we can't. But if we are having a bituminous road with polymer, then it can be used. It will be used for the bituminous road.
Any other questions? So I'll ask questions on behalf of some of the students. I think they will be very curious. I think a lot of the students, they are afraid to pursue science.
Okay.
They think there is just too much studying. Of course, nothing comes without effort, and whether it is science or any other field, studies are extremely important. Curriculum must be understood, concepts must be gained. So I think one question that I'll ask on behalf of the students is, इसमें कितना पढ़ना पड़ता है?
Okay, इसका आंसर recently नहीं, before 2-3 years I got a question from one of the, like, from my maid child, that he is not good at mathematics and science, so he wanted to pursue commerce. See, he's not afraid of science, so he's not interested in him whether you are good at mathematics. So he's like, no, I don't like mathematics also, and I don't like science also. Then I asked, why you want to pursue commerce. So there is a myth, I think. Maybe I am wrong, but मुझे जितना पता चला, there is a myth that commerce and arts is having an easier subject compared to the science. No, I won't say that is the easier, because commerce में आपका mathematics ही होता है. You have to do lots of maths to do commerce. So साइंस के लिए ज्यादा पढ़ना है, कॉमर्स के लिए कम पढ़ना है, आर्ट्स के लिए, आर्ट्स का तो अलग ही होता है. यू हैव टू राइट. You can't, if you tell me to write a essay, being in science student, I can't write a essay. It is tough for me. So I think every subject is having its own toughness level is there. So you have to see where you want, you are excelling. If your literature is good, then you can go for literature subject like arts or something. If your maths is good, and then you can go for commerce, or science is good, science. आपका इंटरेस्ट कहाँ है, वहाँ जाना चाहिए. इट्स नॉट अबाउट स्टडी. इन एवरी सब्जेक्ट यू नीड टू स्टडी. ये मेरा आंसर होगा. मे बी मेरा आंसर गलत भी हो सकता है, मुझे नहीं पता. ऐसे क्वेश्चन का जवाब मैं पहली बार दे रही हूँ. So this will be my answer.
There's another question, Doctor, in the chat box.
Yes.
From Amudha ma'am from SRM school in Chennai. Can't we make the pavement to normal surface through the temperature raise or fall down?
Okay. ये जो सवाल है, आप there is a उल्टा क्वेश्चन. आप कभी क्लाइमेट को अपने, कैन यू हैव ए कंट्रोल ओवर द क्लाइमेट? आप कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं क्या? हमारा रोड जो है डिपेंड करता है क्लाइमेट के ऊपर, तो आप कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते हो क्लाइमेट. अभी इंडिया का क्लाइमेट इतना फर्क आता है कि कभी 5 डिग्री पहुंच जाता है. दिल्ली का आप लेट्स से एग्जांपल ऑफ दिल्ली, तो आपका सर्दी में इट इज अबाउट 1 डिग्री, 2 डिग्री, 3 डिग्री, एंड गर्मी में इट इज रीचिंग टू 50 डिग्री. और जो पेवमेंट का सरफेस का टेम्परेचर होता है, आपका जो एयर टेम्परेचर होता है उससे 10 डिग्री हायर होता है. दिस इज द थंब रूल. अराउंड 8 to 10 डिग्री हायर होता है. अगर आपका दिल्ली का टेम्परेचर, एयर टेम्परेचर इज अबाउट 48-50 डिग्री, देन पेवमेंट टेम्परेचर इज अबाउट 58 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. एंड सिमिलरली 5 डिग्री है तो पेवमेंट का टेम्परेचर आपका 2 डिग्री होगा. तो इतना वेरिएशन, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट to maintain a pavement, to make a pavement which is going to maintain the differential temperature zone. And it's not about only the temperature, it's about traffic also. So it is very tough to get such pavement which is not affected with the temperature variation. But we are doing research so that it will sustain to lower temperature also, higher temperature also. That research is going on, and this there is a we got a good output also on that. But फिर भी उसमें deformation तो आता ही है, because you will get the deformation on that also. So we can't have such roads. Yes. Okay. Should I explain it again on this?
Perhaps if we can just take a moment, if you could kindly explain in English once again, Doctor. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Because the climatic condition of India is very varied. Like in Delhi, I'm just giving one example of Delhi, where in winter the climatic condition of Delhi is around 5 degree, 2 degree. You are seeing the climate below minimum temperature about 5-4 degree. And whereas the summer season, the maximum temperature is about 48-50 degrees centigrade, 45-48 degrees centigrade. So whatever the air temperature, the pavement temperature generally is higher than 8 to 10 degree if we talk about higher temperature. If we talk about the lower temperature, the pavement temperature is lower than 2 to 3 degree, 4 degree. There is equation is there. So as per that, the whatever the air temperature, the pavement temperature varies. So if I talk about Delhi, the minimum pavement temperature is about 1 degree, 2 degree, and maximum is about 55, 58 degrees centigrade. So at this varied temperature, this is very unlike from 2 to 58, it's very difficult to maintain, difficult to make a road, make a material, use a material which is not having the thermal difference, because thermal difference is every material, that is the material property is that there is a difference, thermal property is there. So it is very difficult, and over that we are putting the loading over it. So uh, loading is also there. So it is very tough to have a material which is having such which can sustain all the temperature and without any deformation. But we are doing research and we are getting such material, we are working on this part. Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Fabulous. I think it was a very, very interesting session. And what's even more interesting is there's a technology that is coming from us. When I say us, I think as Indians, we all take pride in the fact that we have discovered something which will be used, and that too, it has a sustainable angle to it. So truly fabulous, Dr. Siksha, and we wish you much more, all the very best in, whatever 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, etc. versions need to come out. Of course, there's a lot of work involved in it, but it is absolutely wonderful to see that all of this technology can be done in-house as well. So going back to our webinar series, so in terms of next steps, I think a lot of the students, and summer vacation is of course here, so there's no quiz or session this time. But our next webinar is scheduled for the last Friday in June, which is the 24th of June, and it will be at the same time, which is at 4 p.m. We will share the details a little closer towards the session. So as you are aware, we will circulate the topic, etc., a week prior, and the links will be shared during the week of. There will be, of course, two links. One will be a Microsoft Teams meeting link, which is only for the teachers, and there will be a YouTube live link where the students can join us. All right. So if there's no other questions, and Dr. Siksha, any parting words, any piece of advice that you want to give the students who might be online?
No, I'll just say do good and you will get good. That should be the mantra of the life, and always do hard work to get final output. There is no easy way to get something good. So it's very hard work is needed to get something. So that is my final, if you ask me. Otherwise, nowadays students are more wiser and more having more knowledge compared to us. So all the best to everyone, and I'm really thankful to Nina for inviting me and NIScPR team for inviting me for this lecture.
Yeah. No, thank you very much for taking the time to join us. We do want to thank everyone from CSIR-NIScPR, Singh sir, Dr. Suman, Farhadji, everybody I think is online. Thank you so much for helping us put this together. Very, very valuable and truly commendable, Dr. Siksha. Fabulous to know that this is an invention in-house. So
I think Farhad ma'am wanted to say something. She has raised her hand.
Yeah. Good evening to all, and I'm really feeling proud of you, Siksha, today, because you have really done a marvelous job. And one thing I would like to tell to all students is that please don't get scared of science, because जितना आपके क्लास में भी फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री पढ़ाया जाता है, you just try to visualize what your teachers are teaching you, and just try to find out, like you should have lots of questions within you कि ये ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, तो वो you will get interest in the subject. Let it be physics, let it be chemistry or anything like that. We also started our journeys like that. And one thing more I would like to request to all students especially is that kindly spend like 10 minutes, maybe once a day or once a week, at least till you go till 12th standard, and then you pass on 12th, to just explore what is CSIR, like Council of Scientific Industrial Research. You will find lots and lots of interesting labs we are having. We have all kinds of engineering labs with us, where all kinds of research regarding any kind of engineering, let it be or aeronautical engineering, let it be oceanography. There must be some students who must be very much interested in cars and in machinery and in, space, and then the things happening inside sea. So there's a huge range of engineering research center we are having. So just explore from Google CSIR labs and then explore one by one. You will get a lot of interest in these scientific things. And one day, and one thing more I would like to say is that one very important aspect out of this webinar came out is like the question which came on thermal effects. So maybe you are one of them who will design some material जो कि इतना रेंज रखेगा टेम्परेचर में, and it will be all good for Delhi and all of the world. So these are my points, and a very best of luck to all the students from my side, and thank you so much Siksha and USO for letting us happen this. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Farhad. Thank you so much. So I think with that, we conclude our second webinar. So thank you once again to all the teachers who are joining us, and also for the students who are joining us online. If there are any questions that you have additionally, please feel free to send them to us, and we will pass them on to Dr. Siksha and try to get all the answers. So thank you once again for...
Yeah, I'll also type my mail ID. If they need to ask something, they can directly ask me also.
Oh, thank you. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So in the chat box, Dr. Siksha has put in her email ID. And if somebody else wants it as well, please feel free to ask. Jolly ma'am from our office will be happy to share that with you. Great. So with that, have a very, very good evening, everyone. And Dr. Siksha, thank you so much for joining us once again. To the other CSIR-NIScPR partners, thank you so much for being part of this. And we'll see you all the last Friday in June. Have a great evening. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.